and I'm here with Achilles Complex.
Hey, what
Dougfest
is up?
night number 2.
Yoo-hoo! Thank you for
And we
having
got
me.
beers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Woo, cheers, everybody.
There we go.
Spill it all over.
Yeah, spill it all over the
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Can you please introduce yourselves?
My
What do you do
name's
in the band?
Harley. I am the guitarist and vocalist for Achilles Complex, one of.
And I'm Zach. I'm the drummer.
The drummer. All right, boys. How great is it being a part of Dougfest?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We're a part of Dougfest 1.
Oh, yeah, you
And-
guys did it last year as well?
Yeah.
Double dipping.
Double dipping, hoping to triple dip.
Gonna be in the Tokyo Dougfest.
Tokyo Drift. There's got to be a play on words we can figure out.
Yeah,
there for
like
Dougfest 3.
Free Doug.
Free Doug. Yeah. It doesn't.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Tokyo Girl.
Tokyo. Tokyo Fest.
Yeah. It's just so wholesome. He's built this whole community
I know.
around last place and around Dougfest. And not only that, but there's been like Dougfest Junior and emo nights, and
Yeah.
he's just become a promoter that's just a bro. He's just a mate. You know, it's
just
really wholesome.
Yeah, I've said on here a few times now. I'm just blown away by how organised it is. Because
It's
most
very stress-free.
musicians
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
horrific at organising things.
Yeah.
Super chill.
Yeah.
It's probably stress-free because he's not a musician, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You
Yeah.
got someone outside of it, right? So it just makes things a lot easier for everybody else and like knows what's going on. You're worrying about your set normally, and also all the other things that go on with an
Well,
event.
And he's also just picked bands that he wants to hear.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's cohesive enough without it being like the same band like 10 times in a row. Yeah, like sometimes shows can turn into that.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I know what you mean. Where did the name come from, Achilles Complex?
Well, it's
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
Not like band name generator or something?
No. Well, we were like, what the hell do we call ourselves? And one of us came up. I can't remember who came across. It might have been you. Napoleon Complex. Came
That
up.
made me laugh.
Yeah. And we're like, maybe not that.
Maybe not
It's not
Napoleon
about that, because a lot of our stuff was like, we're big on mental health.
Yeah.
Right. And we came across Achilles Complex, and it's essentially, you know, everyone knows the story of Achilles and how he essentially thinks he's immortal, you know, but really, you know, he's just as weak as the rest of us, and needs help, actually needs friends and support. And you know, he's got his weakness.
It's like
Achilles heel.
hubris, basically.
Yeah. So
That's really
kind of
sweet.
How it came to be, yeah.
It's really wholesome.
Well, we're kind of just like, all really cuddly, all of us, really.
It's a bit of a clunky name sometimes, but
Yeah.
It's really funny because I know how to say, like, when I look at your band name, I think just because I don't know, I'm a bit special with reading, I was like, I know it's Achilles, but my brain's like Achilles.
Yeah, we get that. We get that more often than I would have thought.
I was like,
Yeah.
I know it's Achilles, but my brain says Achilles. I don't
People
know.
spell it Achilles as well. They put an
Achilles.
R in there. We got a master back
yeah.
recently from an engineer who put R Achilles in our
Achilles.
master. We're like, that's fine. That's okay.
I mean, no one's going to hear the spelling, right?
No.
Yeah, I suppose not. But I'm glad I'm not alone on that. You guys performed with an orchestra
Yes, we did.
Oh yeah.
last
Yeah.
year, was it, or the year before?
What was that? Was that last year?
That was last year. It was
It was
when my
part of
ticket
a-
signed.
last year.
Yeah, it was for Wintec. So he was studying Bachelor of Media Arts music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck was that? That's like a musician's dream. That's like a.
It was pretty special. It was
Yeah.
kind of daunting because the environment was different.
around like classical musicians, and you've got to try and I guess transpose your music and stuff to
Well,
an
the
orchestra arrangement.
the paper itself. So it wasn't just us or anything like
Sorry,
that. It
is
was
the
like
microphone a bit
sorry.
closer, bro?
Oh, sorry. It wasn't just us. It was everyone who does that final year paper does it, and you've got to. Typically, the idea is that you'd transform your whatever previous pieces into a straight orchestral piece. But I was like, it'd be a bit cooler to do like an S&M style thing.
Yeah.
And so it was writing all the parts around what we're already doing, and then altering parts of the songs to make it work a little bit better.
Yeah.
That track was Hunted, which is not released, but we are playing that tonight at some point.
Cool.
Yeah. It was a really interesting vibe too, and he had to remind me to just perform like you would live, like put guts into it, because it felt different, it felt restrained.
Yeah,
But
I
still had
suppose
to
it would
give
be, wouldn't it?
The balls I normally would, you know, in this kind of setting. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds huge with that sort of orchestration going on.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be like one of my, if I ever wrote a song, that'd be like up there with like one of the top things you could do as a musician.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have to get the multi-tracks off Brad.
backing track.
Yeah. Chuck that into the tracks.
Yeah,
I can't remember how we changed
How
the
many
song.
do you
to
have
it.
it? You should. What else we got? Okay. You guys have quite a lot of gear, I notice. You guys are quite the pedal nerds and all that. How long have you spent dialing in a guitar tone? What's the longest amount of time you've spent dialing in a guitar tone?
6 years.
6 years?
No, I've gone through like 5 iterations of my setup, like on the pedal, because it's all digital, right? I don't mess with amps anymore. I kind of did that for a bit, and then I threw the amp away. Well, no, it's at his house now. And I just plug straight in. But yeah, I'm always tweaking gain staging settings every now and then, like how much gain can I get away with while still having, being able to pull back and get a cleaner sound. But yeah, largely it stayed the same for about 6 months now, which I'm proud of.
Yeah, so mostly all digital. Yeah, because with like tube amps, I'm trying to get rid of mine at the moment actually, and like what I found is like it's so awesome to have it, but practically.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like not. It's like it's impractical.
No,
which is just sucks. And also, if you want to get the tone, you got to turn it up real loud. And
it's for a studio or a stadium.
Yeah, exactly. There's no in between.
No, you can't bring it to a dive bar and expect anyone to hear the vocalist.
Yeah, it's the size of the stage thing, I think, because like I would rather that we could play with real amps. They do genuinely sound more responsive. It's probably the better way to put it. And the performance is usually better, but it sounds significantly worse in a place like this than just emulating it. We keep the real bass, though. Jordan will always play through a bass amp because it just feels better for us.
Feels better on the stage.
There's a feedback you get immediately, that you don't get from a sub pushing most of it that way and some of the low end this way, and it feels wrong.
Got you. I was checking out some of your guys' artwork. What's the inspiration behind kind of like a cyberpunk sort of style going on? What it looks like futuristic kind of thing?
Yeah, it's kind of been a vibe for us ever since our second single, of wanting to kind of go a bit cyberpunk, futuristic, dystopian with it, bring in the synthesizers a little bit, make it sound
a bit sci-fi,
a bit like blend in the cyberpunk synthwave thing. Because, I'm a big fan of 80s musicianship and music generally. So is Jordan. And we've just kind of moved forward with that digital aesthetic. It will be changing, sort of in the work coming forward, but largely that's been our aesthetic for a while.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, moving on to some more generic questions. So I've been asking every band this. I want to know your guys' thoughts. What is the importance of live music?
It's just good for the soul, man.
It's a hard one because I think it depends very much on what you like personally. So if you like more progressive style stuff, I'll use like Pull Down the Sun for example. I really like them live. I like their album too, but I like them live because you can kind of meditate in the room with it, with everything moving through you, which I suppose you could do by turning the speakers up at home, but it's not really the same thing. There's a bit of human interaction there, even if they're not like directly playing it to you specifically. It's a hard one to answer specifically.
I would say the biggest thing is the social aspect of it, just bringing people together to experience a moment. And I work in live events too, and it's the same thing of like I have a one shot to make the thing sound as good as possible and bring as many people together and have a good time, and then it's gone, it's done, you move on.
It's all about moments.
It is. It's creating a moment, and trying to make it as memorable as special as possible. Yeah.
Nice. All right. For you guys, what's one of your craziest gig experiences you've had?
Well, there's that one time where someone said we're almost like a real band.
Oh yeah, that was funny. that was just like middle-aged woman.
You guys like an AI band or something? Like, it's not even real.
I think we're playing this event that had quite a lot of like tribute acts. Not that there's anything wrong with those. Those people can play really well.
Yeah.
But I guess she wasn't expecting there to be too many like original acts there.
Right.
Because we got off, I think she was pretty pissed, but she was like, Whoa, you guys are like almost like a real band.
And
I still don't know what that
It's
means.
a real
though.
backhanded compliment. It's super backhanded. It's like, it's pretty good, but not quite.
Yeah.
We don't have any like wild stories per se.
Nah.
Just cool moments.
Cool moments?
Yeah.
Can't say it on camera.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, we used to lose Jordan a lot. The
yeah.
bass player used to walk off.
He just
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Is this a bass player thing?
Possibly.
I reckon it might
They
be.
just always end up like lost or just doing something mischievous, I find.
Yeah, I think he learnt from that. But he never used to have a phone either, so it's like, bro, it's time to play. Where are you?
Damn, bro. What time's he living in? Doesn't have a phone. Well, fair enough. Probably healthier, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Probably
Wow.
healthy.
Well, he's not like that anymore, thankfully.
Okay.
We dragged him kicking and screaming.
What are the band's toxic traits? You guys have any toxic traits?
I have a bad habit of being a control freak. I'm getting better. I've gotten a lot better.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
Not being able to answer that question is probably
Toxic
one of our
trait.
toxic traits.
You're just so great. It's just
Yeah,
nothing
like-
about you that's toxic. Damn.
No,
I love the honesty though. You're just like straight away. You know what it is. I think most people have to search most of their lives to find them.
Yeah.
At times.
Well, I think like Harley's one is something that like we've thought about before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the only difference between us and most other bands that sort of aren't going anymore is that we continued even after fighting.
Yeah. We're kind of like, cool, oh well. Moving on.
Yeah.
You know.
That's good. Yeah.
We've addressed this. Let's move on. Yeah. I just have a tendency, had a tendency back in the day to want to manage the whole thing, and it was me learning to step back and
Yeah.
you know,
I
let
understand
the
that.
thing happen as a whole.
Yeah, there's an element of conflict of personalities there. So Harley has an idea in his head and wants to execute it,
Yeah.
whereas like me, for example, is almost the exact opposite, where I don't have an idea in my head. I've got like a rough way to go, and then I kind of like finding it,
Yeah.
which conflicts quite badly with each other sometimes. Where it's like, no, I want this specifically, and I'm like, no, let me just piss around for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's a marriage. It's like a marriage.
Yeah. We're really good at navigating that now. We've been doing this, for a while together. So. Just work it out.
Well done for you guys for keeping it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And last one. If aliens landed on Earth, what was the first song you would show them? You play for them.
Brand New World.
Oh, you're on
Brand
New World.
Our own song, Brand New World. Because it starts off
This is
alien
the
as
peak of
fuck.
humanity. It's my band.
Literally starts off with noises. Boop, 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 boop. That's the song. Look it up. Look it up.
Confidence. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I have to think about it for
You're
a while.
representing humanity. With your own band, that's cool.
Man, why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
We need the streams.
I could tell people to go listen
Yeah.
to someone else's music.
Yeah,
Equally, I'm right here. You can listen to our music.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, well, the problem is they'd go for whatever you like personally, and it's like it's not really a good example of what everyone as a whole likes. So it probably would end up being something that's a little bit more pop related.
Yeah.
As much as I wouldn't want to listen to it, it's a fairly accurate representation of what the masses.
You could show the aliens my sugar, see what they think.
Yeah,
Yeah. That would be
we're
fascinating.
dead.
Yeah.
There's like, oh, they mean war.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Clearly, this race is violent.
Or peaceful, depending on.
Yeah. It depends
they
how
like.
they interpret it, really. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, fellas, that's all the time we've got. Thank you for your time and have a good
Cheers, man.
show tonight.
Yeah, thanks for
chat.
having us,
Awesome.
man.
No worries.
Appreciate it.